Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
What's up, guys? It's your boy DJRichieSkye. We're back with another video. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell button so you can be clued into when we drop new content right here on this channel. Now, let's get into the news. We got two items that we got to talk about today regarding Basketball Wives. As you know, there will be a new episode coming on tonight, but had to let you guys know a couple of things that I just found out, courtesy of our good friends over at the BBWT. Let's get into it. So a couple of months, maybe a month ago or so, we heard that Tami would not be coming to the reunion. Well, now we can confirm that she actually will indeed be going to the Basketball Wives Season 8 reunion. Yes, Tami has confirmed this herself via her official Bonnet Chronicles Instagram page, and basically indicated that the contract says that she must actually attend. Now, for me, let me say this. I think that this is absolutely the right thing to do. I think that this is the right thing to do for a couple of reasons. One, I think that if you are a part of the season, it should be mandatory that you attend the reunion. Point blank, period. I don't know what type of contracts people have with different networks. I don't know how they work on, how they might be different from Bravo, how they might differ from VH1. But I do know that if you are a part of the season, I think it is a requirement that you should have to be at the reunion. I think that should be a part of the whole, the whole thing. So for me, I'm glad to see that Tami will be there. Now, what I also hope is that she stays the entire reunion, because I feel like what we got last time was a little gotcha, because Tami pieced out as soon as she got heated with Evelyn. So I'm like, you know what? I guess in her mind, it was like, I'm really about to go hard at this girl, so let me just take myself out of this element. And I get where Tami is. At a certain point in time, you can't really do conflict no more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she's just at that stage in her life where she wants it to be, I just want to work. I just want to live my life. I don't want to get paid to fight and brawl with these girls anymore. So I'm tired of this. Honestly, Tami, I don't blame you for that at all, okay? So, but here's the other thing. I believe that she should definitely be at this reunion, because I feel like this would be the perfect way to send her off in the most fitting fashion. Tami has been a part of this franchise for the majority of the time that it's been on the air, and she has been at the center of a lot of controversy from the time that she first made it onto the screen. I would love to sort of see an evolution of her arc on this show, because I think it's really important, and it's a narrative that a lot of the fans would love to see play out. She came into this show as literally a single mom, and she looked kind of rough around the edges at first, but then as she continued to gain traction, you could slowly start to see her putting herself together, putting the pieces of her life back together. We saw her go through the transition of losing her mom, and what that did to her. And I think it really allowed us to see a little bit of a softer side to Tami, and it really made us relate to her on a whole different level. Then that Basketball Wives iteration left, and we got Basketball Wives LA. And then when she came over to the franchise, it was kind of like, oh, Tami is back. But even with that, we've seen her mature so much in the past couple of years, and I'm kind of excited about where she's going at this point. So I feel like we need to see some sort of retrospective with her and her arc on this show. And we know that this will be the last time we get to see her on the franchise at all, unless they make some type of reference to her in future seasons, and they do a flashback. The other thing that I would like to see is a resolution with her and Evelyn. To me, the beef that they have seems a little bit contrived. I mean, when Evelyn came back to the show, it almost seemed like they had to have some sort of beef that they had actually squashed several years ago. So I'm not necessarily sure what it comes from. And if you guys really feel like it's real or it's worthwhile, let me know down in the comments. But what I do think is that it would be nice to see the two of them hug it out at the end of all of this, because I feel like they have no reason to beef anymore. They're not even going to be on the show together. So I just think that at a certain point in time, it's time to let it go. You understand what I'm saying? And I think the fans would like to really see that. But y'all let me know down in the comments what you guys would like to see from Tami at the end of this season, especially at the reunion. Now, speaking of the reunion, let's move over to our girl Jennifer and our girl Dominque. Now, interestingly enough, Dominque reminds me somewhat of Katie Ross in this instance. You guys may know Katie Ross from the Real Housewives of Potomac. That interview that I did with her is coming out today. It may already be out by the time you watch this video. If not, it'll be out shortly thereafter. And it was a really insightful interview. I say that to say that Dominque reminds me similarly of Katie, and she plays an interesting role in this season. And even hearing afterwards, if you guys listen to my interview that I did with Anthony from the show, who was the one who went back and told Jackie the whole story about what he had heard about Malaysia from allegedly Jennifer's old assistant. Shout out to Anthony for allowing us to talk to him and get that information. But, for me, I think that Dominque should be a part of the reunion. I absolutely think she should be there because I feel like not only did she have an initial conflict with Evelyn via the conversations that she had with Jennifer and about their friendship, but I also think that it would be nice to hear what she has to say with regards to this whole thing coming out, with this whole Malaysia thing. I'm interested to see what her role really was in this whole scenario because based on the episode, she acted like she didn't know what was happening. And it seems as though she has alluded to that happening outside of the show as well. So to me, I would be interested to hear her version of exactly what's going down and what's happening. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like she should definitely be a part of the reunion in some way, shape, or form. And to be very honest with you, if you really wanted to make it spicy, then you could add Anthony to that mix too. Now, a lot of you guys, I saw the comments, a lot of you guys were, really kind of calling BS on him. But, at the end of the day, that's his story to tell, and we let him tell it. You know what I'm saying? That's really my job, is to help facilitate, everybody's perspective and tell stories. I would really like to hear Dominque's perspective as well. So what I've been thinking about is, basically maybe getting an interview with her as well, and if she wants to open up, because I do feel like she deserves to be heard, and I feel like she has been an integral part of the season thus far. And I would even wager that she's even more a part of the season as things go along. Obviously she signed a contract to be on the show, but there was no contract for her to attend the reunion. Now, I get it. They probably have enough women there, at least 8 women or 8 or 9 to actually fill up the stage. So maybe they just don't want another woman there to, sort of capitalize on this. But I think that is a mistake to not have her a part of the reunion. I think that she deserves to be there. We need to hear her perspective. I think that, and I don't know why these networks are continuing to have these people come in as friends of the show and then have them play such a huge part in it, and then not want to capitalize on their experience or their time on the show. I mean, I don't know if it's a budget thing or what, because at the end of the day, I feel like VH1 got the money for it. So I don't quite understand why that's not happening. If you guys, have some type of information about this or why she's not appearing, let us know down in the comments. Let us know your theories and let us know your perspective on it. Let us know if you want to hear more from Dominque, because I feel like she has definitely played an integral part in this season, but for some reason the network is not taking advantage of it, and I'm not necessarily sure why. The other thing that we need to look out for tonight is, apparently, according to Anthony and according to some tweets from Jackie, she is going to be vindicated in tonight's episode. I'm not quite sure how, and again, I expressed in my last video, I did not understand why Jackie was getting the blame for this, but a lot of you guys have chimed in and said, hey, Jackie's getting the blame for this because she talked about this issue with a variety of other cast members before taking it to Malaysia herself. And I get that, but I feel like what I like that she did is that she confronted Jennifer with it right then and there. She didn't wait. She didn't let it fester. She went right to Jennifer when she heard it, and then she confronted her about it. Now, granted, she should have taken it to Malaysia too, but you know, we'll just have to see how this whole situation plays out tonight. Anyway, guys, be sure to look out for that Katie Ross interview from Real Housewives of Potomac. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Hit the notification bell button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.